Lead Live, reminding you of your personal genius and how you think in order to actualize what you desire.
Hello, everyone. Are there secrets to generational wealth? Immediate answer is all dependent upon where you're at. So we want to tell you here at Lead Live, there doesn't have to be secrets to generational wealth. And yet for many people, there are. So what's our topic today? Just that. Are there secrets to generational wealth? At Lead Live, we're about everyone being the CEO of their own lives. LEAD stands for Leadership Excellence and Achievement on Demand. And I just was reminded that I rarely say who I am because it's not really about me first and foremost. It's about you, each one of us out there. I'm influenced by you, and ideally in healthy ways, responsible ways. You're influenced by me at least a little bit. Why are we talking about wealth right now? So much of what we do on this planet, certainly in these United States, is around money. We need money for a lot of things, for basic things, our basic necessities. I remember being a university student and learning about Maslow's hierarchy of basically just about everything. Our thoughts, our feelings, are ultimately actualizing, self-actualization. So at the core is what? Our basic necessities: housing, food, comfort in terms of clothing when it's too cold, or air conditioning when it's excessively hot. Just basic necessities. We've learned over time how to create anew, and further enhance what we provide to one another in order to meet those basic needs. And usually, as part of the process of creating those tools, those resources, we use money. Money. And then, if we're so fortunate, we have children, we have nieces and nephews and grandchildren and other loved ones who are developing, and they are seeing the promise that's their birthright. If they too can be financially free, have control over their time, control over what they do, control over location. Because what are the three freedoms that Dr. Martin Quinde reminds us about? Time, money, and location freedom. If we have the money, we're able to take care of the time and the location, depending upon what's going on, and usually without doubt. So I'm a little bit distracted for a reason. There's a lot happening on this planet. And at this time, my heart goes out to all the folks around the planet who's been harmed by an individual, by a circumstance, by a thing. It's the folks who've been harmed by individuals who should be responsible and supportive of them, and individuals who are harmed by this horrific earthquake. We don't even know the number of lives. We're no longer here physically. Spiritually, they're back in the spirit world fully. So Lead Live to your household, to your state of existence. We honor you, and we just take a few moments of silence to acknowledge all of the folks who may be in distress right now, let alone pain, to let you know we're with you. So with that, the answer to the question, are there secrets of generational wealth? Without a doubt, for some people. If you're not financially educated, you assume that only the 5% of the population who have a sound financial education can not only sustain their wealth, but can influence wealth creation. Well, that's not really true. Before we get to the details of that, I want to remind us Not that you need to be reminded, that there's so many statistics out there. You can just turn on the news, listen to the radio, check social media, let alone the online internet, and look at statistics. Here's statistics, look at the statistics, and learn about the level of financial strength and viability of some communities and the weaknesses that have grown for too many of our communities. So, what is it that we understand? At least 30% of income saved is a predictable instrument to one, be able to build, not only grow their savings, protect their savings, but ensure they're able to access their savings in a certain way where the growth on their savings is not taxed. When you have particular information, you know that that's possible. And literally, you could take someone who's 32-year-old. We just ran the numbers recently. Client, 32 years old, has a 401k and lost a lot of money. Doesn't want to lose anymore, like many people. So I showed her. I said, first of all, what is your goal? And she shared a myriad of things all about her children, her husband, her family. And she also shared more. And then I said, well, what's the number that's so critical to you? The amount of money you need by a certain time in order to feel like you're getting closer to that dream that you have, that you've just described. And she said 4 million, very calmly. And her friend was online with us. It was via Zoom, more efficient way to connect with people from all over the place. She's not local, so I was able to connect with her. And I looked at her and I said, so you're talking about how much money you want to take out of because you've lost so much money in 401k, you don't want to lose anymore? She says 50,000 because I need some money to purchase a down payment on my home, blah, blah, blah. I said, okay. I thought for a moment, used my expertise. And I said, oh, that's doable. You want to have no less than $4 million before you are 65. That's doable. And then I commenced to show her that. She was blown away, as people typically are, because they think they have to have a lot of money in order to make money. A lot of money. That's a fallacy. So what's happening now? Across these United States and even beyond, but definitely within these United States, parents with incomes under 25,000 have grown from 40% to 53% in 2021 alone, according to the Federal Reserve, and it's grown more. Less than 1/3 of the adults in the US are financially healthy. And also in these United States, in 2022, Americans owed over $800 billion across 500 million credit card accounts. Student college and university loan debt continues to balloon. Well in excess of 45 million Americans have student loan debt, and those between age 35 and 49 owing the greatest amount in excess of 600 billion. So across the board, there's some challenging statistics. Workers are struggling financially. Layoffs continue. 17 million in 2021 and more last year. 50% of Americans suffered from what we call layoff anxiety, because it's real. Redden laid off 30% of its workforce. Amazon, more than 1%, expected to grow beginning November of last year. Meta, formerly Facebook, laid off 13% of the workforce. It's not certain that they're done. Twitter laid off 50% of the workforce in November alone. All those facts and figures and so much more affecting the families across the board, health of businesses too, in terms of liquidity, solvency, profitability, and operational efficiency for those that were able to sustain and continue beyond COVID-19 pandemic. So over 70% of adults who retire have insufficient funds to remain retired. And in certain communities, like the Black community, that percent is much higher. All that's unacceptable. Financial education is the key. So does one of my colleagues share, and he just recently shared with a team of us, reminding us how long the dollar stays in particular communities. In all communities, it's too little. Asian communities, 25 days. Jewish communities, 19 days. White communities, and there's no monolithic white. Diverse communities, 17 days. Black communities, 6 hours. I haven't even talked about Pacific Islanders, Latino. The numbers are not great, folks. And yet, when you are financially educated, you understand not only how to hold your money, but place it in instruments where it grows, it compounds, not in the classic spaces that people become familiar with. And we need all those spaces for diverse and different reasons. So I'm not knocking any space. Yet when you know your path is to greatness, and you're already good, and you know you want to be good to move to greatness, and you want to know what we share. And we share because we want everyone to know. So we want that answer to the question for the session. Are there secrets to generational wealth? We want the answer for you to be no, because you know the secrets. Okay? You know the secrets. When you leverage knowledge, skills, and expertise, and we want that to begin and end with your own knowledge, skills, and expertise. And so we know that 95% of the population in this country lack of financial education. Yeah, we're brilliant in different areas: engineers, doctors, lawyers, construction professionals, engineers, I said, educators, service workers, brilliant people who've worked in industries, building industries. You're brilliant. That doesn't mean that parlays easily to financial education. What it does mean is that you've got the foundation. You have the capacity to knock it out the park. Our priority with Palladium Philanthropic Nonprofit Organization, as well as with Signature Solutions Corporate Results, with Pinnacle Elite, the largest and fastest growing leadership development organization in this country in financial services industry. What we're all about is no family left behind. We want you to leverage licensed financial professionals with expertise and proven successes. So on February the 23rd, and I'm going to ask Jethro to bring it up so you can see it. On February 23rd, from 6 to 8, we will share what a lot of folks call secrets. We'll teach the 95% what the 5% who are financially prepared take for granted how to build generational wealth. Join us. So you see those different topics there at the bottom. Rules of money, recession-proof industry. You can go on and on. It's all about you as leaders of your household, as leaders in various industries, whether you're frontline professionals or you're leading the organization as chief executives, whatever your roles are, just so that there's some fundamental truths, fundamental practices, fundamental codes in the IRS code book that will facilitate you on the path to not only financial independence, but also, and importantly, wealth that you can leave for generations to come. Learn what the Rockefellers take for granted. Learn what Warren Buffett conveys in his own way and his partner conveys in his own way. Learn what all the brilliant women, too few who are part of the 5%, also can take for granted. We don't want you to take it for granted. We want you to know, because we do not want secrets. We want you to elevate, because your success ensures our success. Looking forward to seeing you. Those who can join us, go ahead, Sign up now. See you on February the 23rd. It's a beautiful way to bring together Black History Month and say financial freedom is within reach. And literally, we've run the numbers. They're within reach, definitely within 2 generations. And quite frankly, with the right tools, education, now within reach in 1 generation. Leverage us. Look forward to seeing you. Wado.